Hi, my name is Malia Levin, and I'm very excited to be the instructor this fall for technology and aging, legal and ethical developments. I'm an attorney. I practice in New York, and I am the assistant director and general counsel at a place called the Weinberg Center for Elder Justice. We are a legal resource and advocacy center where we provide direct representation and other legal services for older adults who have experienced exploitation or mistreatment. So I definitely come to the issue of older adults and technology, which is an area I find fascinating and is very close to my heart from a legal perspective and really from an elder justice perspective. I first sort of became alerted to the importance of technology and aging, first of all, through seeing over time, just my sort of 10 to 15 years of practice, the huge exponential growth in the degree to which older adults are engaging with technology. And I'm talking about both purposeful frontal engagement as well as passive engagement through the lived environment. And those are both issues we'll be delving into in a lot of detail in the course. But this is really one of the few kind of sea changes that I saw in the world of older adults in just my relatively short amount of time in practice. And the second way in which this issue was really driven home to me is because I'm representing older adults who have experienced some form of mistreatment, I became aware of the degree to which technologies that are created for caregiving and to support older adults' independence and autonomy can also become tools for mistreatment. So one, really salient example that drove this point home for me was I had a client who was experiencing mistreatment from his ex-partner, and he discovered that that ex-partner was tracking his movements through the Bluetooth feature of his hearing aid. Now, he didn't even know that his hearing aid had a Bluetooth feature or was capable of tracking his movements. And he sort of discovered this, and then we had to kind of deal with the legal ramifications of it. But it became apparent to me that there are so many implications for the technology that's being built into the way older adults live their lives that are wonderful, but that also have unconsidered implications that really need to be thought through from a legal perspective, from a regulatory perspective, and from an ethical perspective. And that's really what we're going to be delving into in detail in this course. And we're going to be examining really every facet of this. So we're going to be talking a lot about technology and caregiving. We'll be talking a lot about older adults and the web, the ways that older adults are engaging with the internet. Again, both purposefully and in an ancillary way. We'll talk about AI, which obviously is making huge strides constantly and is more and more integrated into age tech. There are a couple of reports that have come out, governmental reports that have come out in just the last couple months about some of the policy implications of AI and caregiving, and we'll be really delving into those. And also, we'll take a look at sort of big data and the ways that consumer protection issues, HIPAA issues, other privacy, regulatory protective issues really need to be brought to bear on the way that older adults and technology is really such a burgeoning and quickly growing field. I think that this course is really broadly applicable across a variety of sectors and career paths. Obviously, anyone going into the law, but really anyone going into healthcare, medical professions, any system that you'll be dealing with that is interfacing with older adults, be it a human service delivery system, a regulatory system, a healthcare system, you really need to know about these issues and understand them thoroughly and understand their, previously unseen implications that are just changing so rapidly. So I'm really excited to delve into all of this with you this fall in this course.